Michelle, thanks for doing this bit of journalism that the CBC state broadcaster just refused to do. When I saw your video, I went back and I watched CBC's Fifth Estate, and it was so outrageously flawed. And anybody with a little bit of common sense could see through it. But I guess we're talking about CBC and climate activists here, so that common sense is going to be hard to find. Tell me, give us a breakdown of what you saw wrong with that story.
Well, first of all, it appears to be kind of an offshoot of a tar sands type of campaign where they're intending to do reputational damage specifically to a company called Drax. And full disclosure, we have no relationship with Drax. We have no money from Drax. I'm speaking as an individual who's been watching CBC for a long time, and they're bad productions. They destroyed the reputation of the Alberta oil sands with the tipping point. So here they are destroying the reputation of Drax. So Drax is a British company that used to have a big coal-fired power plant there. And with all the renewables push, they said, okay, you don't want us to do coal anymore. We'll switch to biomass, which is considered green by all of the authorities, the powers that be, because trees grow back. And so biomass in this context is wood pellets. So wood pellets are made from the remainder pieces and old deadwood of forests. And so it's actually the perfect green thing because they're actually, recycling, reusing the very last scrimpy little bits of wood and packing them into tiny little pellets. And they do that so that they don't spontaneously combust, but they also get a better burn. And then they're using that. So what happened in the CBC documentaries, they start off in England. They showed the Drax plant like it's a big, nasty thing. Look at this. It's spouting steam. That's what's coming out the top, kids. And they have an activist flying down a train and jumping on top and making their case. And then they have all kinds of activists from BC saying, oh, we know for sure that Drax is, look, we saw logs there. They're actually using real logs. Well, people don't understand that British Columbia and Alberta have about 18 million square kilometers of dead pine from the pine beetle. So this is just a wildfire, a catastrophic wildfire waiting to happen. Now you have this company, Drax, and a few other companies who came forward and said, you know what, we can use that stuff. So they have independent companies that go and cut the wood. And it's true, they're not only cutting the deadwood, but they are cutting a suitable forest. And the suitable pieces of wood, the suitable logs, are scaled, they're weighed, they're sized, and they're sent to the appropriate sawmill because you can make a lot of money from selling lumber.
Right.
So if you have a big log, then you cut that into planks. But there's actually a really great visual that's in one of the two pieces that we did that shows how within the log, they can cut the big planks in the middle. Then they can cut a slimmer 1x6, say, on a side, and then you can cut some small trim pieces. And then there's just the bark on the outside and some little tiny pieces left that gets all ground up and turned into wood pellets. So that claim that they're using real logs, yes, they are real logs there, but they're deadwood, or they're bent, they're convoluted, they won't go through the industrial sawmill the way they're supposed to. So they just really took everything completely out of context. They took all of the activists at their word. They showed pictures from space saying, wow, look at that. You can see all these spaces are being cleared. The forest is being just eaten away. Oh my God. Well, because it's full of deadwood. You want to get rid of that. You don't want to have wildfires. You think that climate change is going to cause more wildfires in BC? Then get rid of that deadwood. Here's a company that wants to pay to do that, and you want to reputationally shred them and shut them down. It's absurd. So I was furious when I saw it. And we also have some forestry people that we consult with. So, I said, like, what's the deal on this? Give me the data. And they sent me some reports that had been issued before the show was done, that independent audit and another report by the Wood Pellet Industry of Canada, both of which are very detailed. They're independently audited. None of those facts were in the CBC show. And we are paying $1.4 billion a year for this nonsense, for these activists to destroy the reputations of companies that come to this country to invest here, to make money for themselves, and to also make money for the communities. A lot of these forestry jobs in BC are in remote communities. But, you give 25, 100, 50 jobs here and there in these remote communities. That's a huge, huge benefit to those little towns. So, and these activists who are funded by, green billionaires from offshore, they're all blabbing off.
Oh, hey, what you just saw there is a clip from my weekly full-length show, The Gun Show. It airs on Wednesday, but this is the internet. You can watch it whenever you feel like. You just have to become a subscriber to our paywalled premium content. Just go to rebelnewsplus.com to become a member today.